we on? I can't even tell. Fuck it. Alex has a catch on locals here. I think he said within the hour, if you're into that kind of thing. StreamYard. Every time I jump into StreamYard now, I gotta set the whole thing up again. I gotta reset all my settings. Well, I'm whining. Fuck. Whatever. Hey, what is up, Heather? Been a while. Hope you're doing okay. What's up, Susan? I got no intro because you can't play intros now on the free version. And like I have more important things to get before paying for StreamYard, like cocaine. They sold StreamYard, so things are kind of jacked up now. What's up, NTF? What's up, Ellen? You're good for now, Ellen. You're good for now. I can't remember. We talked about this a little bit, but the only reason, the only thing that redeemed you was I saw you taking clown. You were going after one of the fucking sus motherfuckers, so that gave you a little bit of redemption in my eyes. So you're okay for the time being. If you're gonna make fun of me, that's fine. Just make it funny. If you make me laugh, you're good. Although it's gonna be hard to make me laugh today. NTF must have been the boobs. Actually, no. I have never gotten anything like that from NTF. What's up, Cat Eyes? What's up, Christy? Yeah, you're still blue. Most people are gonna be okay. I mean, over the last couple of months, there are people that I'm not necessarily. We're okay, but we don't talk now. And that was all my doing. Um, but I'm not gonna take their wrenches because that would kind of. What's up, Junie? I'll get you your wrench back too. I don't know. When the channel came back, I was missing a lot of things, and mods were one of them. But I will get you. I got a few people I got to get. Uh-uh. I am going to talk about tech here in a minute, though. That lion motherfucker. I saw on, I believe, Brave Little Toaster's channel. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. One of the channels that kind of recaps the important stuff for us. And I'm glad they do it because I ain't watching this shit. What's up, Andrea D? How you doing? Um, yeah, tech. I'm going to talk a little bit about. See, I do not know. Like he became the latest version of Tech. Tech used to do stuff in these dirty work um, until he got caught, and then she had this. Fuck, what's his name? Help me out, people. I don't know him. No, I never heard of the guy until all this stuff popped off. But yeah, he seems to be the new Tech. Somebody put a clip out where him and Alex were going at it. And this motherfucker knew that Stephanie was the one that had Alex swatted on a catch. That's not the first catch she's tried to fuck up. Not even the first one for Alex. She's tipped off Preds before. Papa Dukes, thank you, Cat Eyes, thank you. Um, and Lynn, thank you. That's what I do, though. I'll ask you guys a question and then stop reading the chat, and then you guys will say it. And I totally miss it, and then I ask it again. Yeah, that's me. Um, yeah, I wish that Telly would have known what I knew when he was talking to them. Counterproductive Community Complaint Department. Love the name. What's going on? when he was like, Alex, but I offered you water on a hot day. Remember that? I offered you water. You want credit just for being a decent human being and doing what most people would do without even thinking about it. Without this motherfucker, I already don't like him. Yeah, and he was okay with Alex being swatted apparently until him and Steph fell out, and then all of a sudden it was a bad thing. Something else I can't stand about these motherfuckers. I mean, sure, if I'm friendly with you and we're cool or whatever, I will overlook certain things, but shit like that, I I'm not gonna fuck with you anymore. I'm not, and I'm not exactly into calling the cops on people. Not that it's never happened, but uh, I would at least have told Alex or whoever it was about, because that's some bullshit. I saw somebody say hello. Oh, there he is. What's up, Cons? What's up, Cole? Can't remember if I said hello to you or not. Why doesn't Tilly have a wrench in here? Because fuck Tilly, that's why. He he's done nothing but tell lies about me, so Tilly can get fucked as far as I'm concerned. That being said, every now and then he does have some good points. Knowing about a swatting for 8 months and not telling anyone until Steph personally wrong. Yeah, yeah, tunnels of our lives. I hate to agree with you, but uh, I agree with you on that point. I know, NTF. I'm not gonna drag you. I'm just busting your balls. Um, but Tech saying I never abused a woman, bullshit, motherfucker. And then he admitted to punching a wall, a wall. He seems to forget about flipping furniture and scaring a female so bad she had to lock herself in the bathroom. He seemed to forget um, how he harassed and stalked her even after she finally got away from him until the law had to give him a little smackdown. He seems to forget all that. So when he says he never abused, when you scare somebody so bad that they have to lock themselves in a bathroom, that's abuse. I hate to tell you, motherfucker. And then there was the actual physical stuff. And I wasn't even going to bring up the purple Punisher, but hey, real men don't put things up their butts. I hate to tell you. Unless there's $20 involved, and or you're drunk. Oh, it's been hotter than fuck here too. We were supposed to get storms today. We got a little bit of stuff applied to the fields, but we had heavy fog this morning and then it cleared up. I don't know what it's going to do later. I I know he's listening, but I kind of doubt that Tech will come up here, even though he's welcome to it. Um, he just happened to encounter some people on that panel that didn't know everything. And that's how fuckers get like Steph. That's how Stephanie keeps getting away with her bullshit. What's up, FCC? You're good. You're good for now. But you're next. Um, they do this shit and then they kind of disappear for a while and come back to a whole crop of new people that just don't know any better and they don't fucking listen. It don't matter. It don't matter how much you call it out. They don't listen. And then when it happens, they're so surprised, like I told you. It's aggravating. It's aggravating. Real men only put things up their butts and not man butts either. Understood. I never took you for a liberal, though, Constantine. Positive vibes. I'm not. I'm really not feeling too positive today. Oh, that's not what you said. All right, I stand corrected. Here, I'll just play it like I'll play it like they try to play things now. I'll stand corrected, but I won't actually correct it. I'll just keep doing the same shit. Bill, did you hear? Keep telling to. Oh, that moved. Going to jail for threatening. Are you kidding me? No, I didn't hear that. God damn it. I. It doesn't surprise me for a reason, other than she's a fucking psychopath. I ended up blocking her yesterday or the day before because of that kind of psycho shit she was saying. But no, I had not heard that. Can we start a GoFundMe for PHI and Papa D to smash? Well, you know what? If somebody's going to start a GoFundMe, that's as worthy of a cause as any. Oh, and by the way, if any of you talks to Bryden, tell him he needs to turn himself in. I'm sure you've all seen by now he's got a warrant. Got another warrant. Rumor has it PHI got that. Well, if it's not already a rumor, I guess we just started it now. But that also would not surprise me. Yeah, I feel bad for all of your kids too. When did that happen? Jay, was that well? It had to been within the last couple of days. I don't want to say why I know that, but um, like, is that a confirmed thing, or is that just part of the rumor mill? Because she got in trouble once already for threatening to shoot up a school. She told me that somebody else had made a Facebook in her name, and they were the actual ones that made those threats. But I don't necessarily believe that. Well, that's the thing though, is and it's not new. Mastercard, I'll get you. I gotta remember to re-rent people. I'm as bad as remembering to give people renters as I am taking that. I forget to do both, but I'll get it right one of these days. And I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, the phone line's open. The link should be there. We can talk about whatever. I'd really like Protect to come up here, but I doubt that he will. Moran, yeah, she does hate Mexicans. She hates everybody though. There's a $40 million bounty on Trump's head. Holy shit. Well, I mean, hopefully they'll get her some kind of help. Prison's not gonna, and I explained that shit to her. I told her you can't run around threatening the president, even if it's a joke, because they take that. The Secret Service has no sense of humor. Just ask Twomper. They take that shit. It don't matter if you're joking. It don't matter if you're having a bad day. What's going on, Matt? I kind of doubt Mastercard wants any Jew dick. I mean, I don't know if the flavor changes with the circumcision. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Trying to. I guess I'm halfway Jewish because they kind of did that shit automatically when I was born. They did it automatically when my son was born too. Like they didn't really. They just were like, "Hey, sign here, sign here." Uh, that this is for his shots. Sign that. This is for a circumcision. Sign that. Um, this is for total control of his mind when he gets a little older. Sign here. Like they just kind of. And if I would have known about it then, what I know now, I probably would have let him do it. But he's stuck with it now. What is going on, Miss General Sea Monkey? Made the mistake of watching that stuff. We weren't we weren't even in the room when they did my sons. Well, I don't think they must have been just in a big hurry or something because I don't think it was even an option. But he when he was born, they thought he had a heart problem. So when like they'd left him in the after they get him checked out and cleaned up and stuff. We'd had him in the room for a couple of hours and they come rushing in, scared the shit out of us. We got to take him right now to room whatever, whatever. Um, and again, it was just throw me a clipboard, say sign here, sign here. Well, when they're freaked out like that, and I'm not questioning anything, but it turned out to be okay. He didn't really have the problems they thought he did. Having babies is terrifying, even for the daddies. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I ain't got to sit there and squeeze it out. I'm good standing by the bed and holding hands and getting yelled at. I'm perfect for that role. Oh, Mastercard and GG both hate Cam. Wow. Okay. I get it. But I mean, personally, I don't care who GG don't like. I'm never gonna like that motherfucker. He's as big a piece of shit as Cam. Hey, what's up, Lala? What else has been going on the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days? I mean, I can't. I personally can't subscribe to the ideology that my enemy's enemy is my friend. No, my enemy's enemy isn't necessarily my friend. I can be enemies with all of you motherfuckers. I don't need an ally. Cam reports you. Yeah, he is a rat. Isn't he? Hey, what's up, kid nurse? How you doing? Cam's a saint. Yeah. What's up, Casper? Yeah. I hope you and Vlad are doing good. Vlad is a sexy man. Yeah, that's right, Jenny. A lot of these people haven't been seen for a while. Some of them been locked in my trunk. I knew it. I knew he was a sex pot. I could tell by the way he walks. Uh, anyway, links up. I don't know what else has been going on. Hang on, I gotta figure something out. That StreamYard's gotten weird. Did I grow a beard? Yeah. How could you tell? Oh, I get it. You're saying I'm sexier than Vlad. I'll take that. I'd have me a big old Duck Dynasty beard if I could, but mine just won't grow that long. I think I got too much engine in me. What's up, cardio? I was gonna say, Jenny, don't tell me I've had the wrong camera going this whole time. That's happened too. With all the cam slips going on, just put a little piece of just put a little piece of electrical tape over your camera. The electrical tape comes off real easy if you get it to come off, and it doesn't leave a lot of sticky residue. I mean, if you're worried about cam slips, what's up, Zero? That's what Nanya does. Fuck, if I look like her, I probably would too. But I don't claim to be a race that I'm not. I don't misidentify my body shape either. What's up, meth glows? Well, how does that scream boomer, Jenny? Because it's a solution to a problem. You don't have to worry. Even if you hit a wrong button, it doesn't matter. What's up, room 101? Jeff claimed PH Cry had no knowledge of. That's covered up by that. Why in the hell is there a $sign on my? That doesn't make. I don't know what that dollar. I don't know if you guys could even see it, but there's a $sign on my screen, but I'm not monetized, so it shouldn't be there. I don't know what that's about. Jeff claimed PH Cry had no knowledge of Steph's crimes against human. Bullshit. We all knew it. Everybody knew it. Anybody that was around then knew it. Tommy lied too when he said he didn't know how shady she was. He knew it. We all knew. Fucking Steph doxed people on Tommy's channel, and the whole thing was planned. I mean, she actually had Tech do it, but she was in on the planning of it. And there's no way that Tommy didn't know that Steph had tipped off a Pred because she did it for Tommy. Because she wanted Tommy to have the catch or something. I mean that was like the main topic around here for a long time. Blue Painters tape, man, whatever works. I mean, anything that works. Masking tape doesn't leave behind residue either, so I imagine it works pretty good also. I just happen to use electrical tape because I have a lot of it. Alex called the sheriff today to inquire. Really? Good. Hey, what's up, Dominique? Yeah, Alex. I mean, I know he won't, but he definitely should not just let that go. I mean, that could have easily went very wrong. Cops don't know who they're talking to. And yeah, you do have some just really aggressive cops that are just dying to shoot somebody for whatever reason. Um, but it only takes one. You reach for your phone, they think you got a gun. Cops are jumpy sometimes. I mean, I hope anybody involved in that, I hope they get punished to the maximum extent of the law. I don't blame him for being pissed. And in case y'all missed it, I don't know if it's going on yet, but Alex went live a little while ago and said that they had a catch. It was going to be on locals if you're on there, but oh, there's General with my. I could actually use some cocaine. There's my donation information. If anybody's interested. If you put on there, don't use this for drugs, I won't use it for drugs. But I promise you, it will not go to charity. It will not go to any kind of good cause. It'll go straight in my pocket. What's the link? No, the link is to come up here on panel. It should be anyway. If it's not, let me know because it's been wrong before. Yes, Jeff was a widely known fluffer in the rock and metal world. He would service orally all the bands. Every band you've ever heard of, not only did Jeff co-write most of their songs, especially the hits, um, but he also made sure that they were all nice and relieved before the concerts. What's up, Wendy? Yes, we do know that Jeff is in fact a tard. I wonder if he's ever actually lived on his own. I mean, he's had mom and dad to take care of him, and then he was. Why that woman married him, I have no idea. But he was married for a while, and we don't know that they weren't living with his parents when he was married. I don't know. You're afraid to go on. You should be afraid to go on panel. Panel addiction is a thing. Like I'm not even joking. Once you start paneling, the tendency is to keep doing it, whether you're hosting them or just up there bullshitting. She felt sorry for Jeff. That could be, or maybe he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Might have married him just to. I mean, that's kind of a bad idea, but I mean, it happens. You'll make me look bad. I already look bad. I don't think you'll make it any worse. What's up, Serena? How you doing? Tommy is snorting Ted Nugent's bath water in a Spitfire at the Battle of Britain. Then Steph swats an air raid. I gotta read your shit slow because it's complicated. Steph swats an air raid Warden's house as Joseph Goblins puts out CPP propaganda. That actually all checks out if you think about it. Jeff was ranting that he's going to get Steph charged. Yeah, and if she does get charged, he'll say that it was because of him. But according to Jeff, we're all going to jail. But the thing is, I mean, at some point, you know, probably at least a couple of people in this community are going to get arrested for something. Probably not related to any of this shit, but it's going to happen. Somebody will get a DUI or, you know, haul up and smack somebody in a bar fight. Um, and then if it's found out, Jeff will say it was because of him. What's up, Shauna? Yeah, Room 101, it's a big, it's just a gimmick. He don't care about kids. If he would have spent more time being a father instead of being up on panels drunk, lying and screaming at people, his kids might have had a chance. Hey, what's up, Sarah Luco? There are a lot of people I haven't seen for a while. Tommy had something to do with Alex being swatted. That would not be a shocker either. I mean, Tommy and Steph conspired to dox people. They were among the first to start doing that shit around here. Any new drama? I don't know. I was talking about uh, Tech lying his ass off when he went up on Jeff's panel. Said he never abused anybody. He just punched a wall. Well, how many times, Tech? How much furniture did you flip over? How many times did she have to lock herself in the bathroom to keep away from your ass? Yeah, that's abuse, buddy. I hate to tell you. And I mean, and that's not even all of it. And then we were reviewing the Papa Duke situation. Hopefully, somebody. I think it sounds to me like Papa Duke knows he's in a shitload of trouble. But I don't know if there's anything else new going on at the moment. They were saying earlier, and I've not confirmed it, but um, they were saying earlier that Miranda got arrested for threatening the president, which is not a surprise at all. And that's another thing about with Rami. There's been like this is another thing is like he's been caught talking to underage girls before, and now there's more stuff that's come out. Some of it I think is old stuff that people just re-stumbled across. Like this shit's all happened before. I was in a I was in a Discord with a few people, and somebody, man, I'm trying to. Well, it don't matter if I remember who it was because I'm not gonna put their name out there anyway. But uh, that person had calls between Rami and somebody who was allegedly under 18. Yeah, I mean, dirty stuff. And they said that they were going to turn it in to the police or whatever. I don't know if they ever did. I said, you either need to turn it in or put it out there or both. Um, and then I don't think I ever heard any more about it. I mean, that's why I don't fuck with Rami. I mean, I used to fuck with him, as in, pissing him off. And Rami is actually the reason Alex and I started talking, because back then there weren't as many catchers, so it was easier. Like I would go out of my way to not miss a live catch. And then one day Rami was talking about, I got shot at, guy. Hey, what's up, Tony D? I got shot at, guys. I got shot at. I'm like, did I miss a fucking catch? Because I don't remember that. And then he played it, and it wasn't gunshots or whatever. But after that, he's like, I need to raise. It's a good idea for any catcher to have a bulletproof vest. Um, but he said, I need $2,000 for a bulletproof vest, and I had a couple from my old job. I'm like, I'll just give you one, and he completely ignored it. I ended up giving it to Polo instead. But yeah, he never had any intention on spending 2 grand. You don't have to spend 2 grand to get a good vest anyway. Because Rami was another one that started out as a predator poacher. I was like, huh, I wonder if Alex knows how shady this guy is. And by then he already did. So I hit him up, and yeah, I miss Polo too. But anyway, it was because of you know all that. I also started talking to Polo, and he got that vest. I need to. I don't know if I don't know if he probably don't still have the same phone number, but um, the deal was if he ever quit catching, he either had to send it back to me or send it to another catcher. Because I was going to send it out to a catcher, but I didn't. I didn't press the issue when he quit. Steph has gum disease on her forehead. That's another thing. She's been playing this. I mean, it's hard to point at somebody and be like, "Oh, you don't really have can," you know what I mean, without proof. Um, but that's what she did before. She said, "Oh, I have brain cancer. I got to take a break." And then she shaved her head and everything. And what? Certainly, I'm not qualified, to diagnose anybody or whatever. But from what I know of brain cancer, for as long as she's had it, you're either cured or killed by now. That's not something that people live a long time with. But she shaved her head and everything, and somebody that's not around. When I say not around, she just left the community. But I mean, I hope she's okay. I don't really know, but she had survived brain cancer, and like she picked out a bunch of things that weren't right about what Steph was saying she was going through. Like she even had there was even something about the way her hair was growing back that this woman knew about. Yeah, Jenny, his wife, she didn't like him catching, and it wasn't just the danger of catching; it was all the bullshit. I mean, they got doxxed, they got harassed. Yeah, White Claw, faking cancer is indeed some sick shit. I mean, again, I can't prove that she faked it, but there's yeah, it's there's just enough there that I'm comfortable saying it out loud. And then I forget how she was in her 40s dating a 19-year-old. That was pretty weird. There's just been a lot of shady shit. I mean, when you're people that young would, I mean, they're just fucking, they're just annoying. You know what I mean? Boyfriend is 20. Is that the same guy? Because he was, whoever it was 19 a few years ago back when all this happened. Is this a different, way younger person, or is it the same one? Different one? Yeah, that's just weird shit, man. I mean, my cutoff is anything below 35. I just it's I mean, and that's still quite a bit, but girls my own age don't want to play with me, but milfs seem to like me. The girls my own age know better. They've been there. First one was Rev. Yeah, I was trying to think of his name. Moved from Canada to California. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she he found out that she wasn't as pretty as like you would think if somebody, well, then again, if he came all the way from Canada to California, he probably didn't have the money to go anywhere else, so he was probably kind of stuck there. But you would think, just as a courtesy, if somebody's gonna fucking move in with you, you'd be like, hey, by the way, this is what I look like, you know. Oh god, have you meth claws, have you actually tried tit milk as an adult? Because it's not yummy, in my opinion. Oh shit, Constantine's in trouble. She really big size lady, pushing 350. Nah, I don't think she. Yeah, she's not skinny, but she's not 350, or at least not then. I don't know about now. Might be different, but she looked uh, not much like what she didn't look much like what she wanted people to believe she did. Put that shit in your coffee. Hey, if they'll let you milk them, I mean, if you like it, then it is what it is. But I personally, I got it by accident a few times with my kids' mommies, and it wasn't. I just didn't care for the flavor. Hey, what is up, Mr. Colfax? It was really nice of Ozzy to bring Jeff on stage. Yeah, damn right it was. Look, let's be fair, JT. He didn't. He only dedicated half of the last show to Jeff, not the whole thing. he dedicated the other half to some Black Sabbath or whatever the fuck their name was. I don't know. Didn't seem that important once Jeff came out on stage. This dollar sign is driving me. Do you guys see a circle with a dollar sign on it on your end? I don't know what it's for because I'm not monetized. Like it shouldn't be there unless it's trying to get me to spend money on something, which could be the case. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could tell Ozzy was no, okay, good. You could tell Ozzy was struggling through it, but especially on that one song. But they they sounded awesome still. No dollar sign. Okay, it probably want me to get the paid version or something. It doesn't say. It's just a dollar sign with a circle on it. Look, let's face it. Ozzy died back in the '90s. It's just Sharon had him stuffed and animatronic. Yeah, he's animatronic now. Did you guys not see on that last concert? Did you not see that guy behind his chair? He wasn't there just to secure the chair. That was a fucking puppeteer. What's up, female pred channel? You're on thin ice, female pred channel. Thin ice, pal. Oh, what is going on, Shauna Dennis? You're always doing laundry, Shauna. Either you got a whole bunch of kids you never told me about, or you've only got like two sets of clothes, which um, I have more clothes than I know what to do with stashed away. I've just got like three sets that I use in heavy rotation. Link should be posted if anybody's got anything they want to talk about. I don't care what it is. I could almost guarantee you Tech doesn't have the balls to come up here. He's not gonna like I know the truth. Can't he can't really argue with me about it. Yeah, it's hot as fuck here too. I didn't really do a whole lot today. All they had me doing today was um, filling up the planters and putting fuel in the tractors or whatever. Flunky work, which is okay with me. Anyone who has 8 active alts is up to no good. Now that is a fact. That is a fact. Fuck, man, just having, of course, I accidentally wound up with 2 channels. That's enough of a pain in the ass. I mean, I'm not saying I've never had alts because I have, but that switching back and forth, yeah, fuck that. Ain't doing it. Nothing, nothing is that important to me here. Oh, how quick none you turned on Jason Casey. I don't watch either one of them, so I got no use for either one of them. So trying to control his channel, and he was partially submitting. Well, he's just like Jeff. I mean, desperate for friends, so they'll bend at the knee. Like nothing out of Jason Casey's mouth is based in fact. He's another one. He went through and wiped his like if you try to look him up, you won't find anything because he paid one of those services to wipe his stuff down. But that doesn't stop a FOIA request, and it doesn't stop people from like people that know him know about his channel. He's roughed up his wife, his kid. Now I'm not sure he's not even allowed at his parents' gun store. But I'm not clear on whether it was his dad or his grandfather that he assaulted. But they just give him a bunch of pretrial release shit, and they eventually like if you complete all the pretrial stuff, it's called a diversion program. If you complete all that, then they just drop the charge or whatever. What else was there? I guess he was drunk and waving a gun around or something. He was drunk and had a gun, which is big no no. And he claimed to be a bounty hunter, and I quickly debunked that bullshit. He has all these fucking bullshit contracts that mean nothing that he made himself. I don't really believe he has land either. Next time he's talking about his land, ask him to walk outside with his laptop or phone or whatever. To my knowledge, he's never shown it. But the next time he's live in his fucking meth camper, just ask him to walk outside. I would bet that he's probably he was living with his grandma and she wanted him out, but he wouldn't get a job and nobody else would take him in. So if I had to bet, I'm betting that he's parked in somebody's driveway with that camper, probably hers. I mean, he claims he's doing all this work, but his skin, even if you wear a hat and sunscreen, you're gonna get some kind of sun by accident. Could be Jeff's backyard. That could also be true. Wouldn't it be funny if we found out that everything Jeff said was true? Oh man. I mean, as far as I know, all he has is a beat to shit car. I don't think he even has a pickup, as far as I know. But massive, massive, massive thing in the Epstein thing. Just oh no shit. Do enlighten us. I think like I think what happened was I don't think that Trump is on that list. If it was, it would have come out when they were trying to put him in prison and trying to kill him. I think if Trump was on that list, it would have come out already. What I think is happening is I think that they're just going to continue to blackmail whoever was being blackmailed already. I think that's the more likely scenario. That would mean your movie would already be in post production. How do you know it's not, Constantine? I mean, you don't really know, do you? Suddenly there's thousands more pages. Huh, imagine that. Well, I mean, maybe what's his name, Bongio? Maybe him threatening to leave or leaving the FBI. Maybe that because Bondi told us. Have y'all noticed how many attractive ladies Trump has in his administration? They're a lot better looking than the last crew. But that's besides the point. Alex's catch should be in 20 to 30 minutes, right on. And that's on locals, if I'm not mistaken. Bondi is demanding that Patel. That Patel kind of, I liked him, but he kind of pissed me off on Rogan's when he's like, "Don't you think if I knew something about this, do you think that I would keep that quiet?" Like, motherfucker, we don't know you. We don't know you. I mean, you're in politics, so you can't be, you know, all that honest. You'll pay for my. No, that's cool. Cool. I do appreciate it. You can pay for my cocaine. Booby Joe craving them cock implants. Well, I mean, who doesn't crave the occasional cock implant? Oh, thank you, General. I do have to. I promised Panel Patrol. I think's the name of the account. I think it's Panel Patrol. But they were running their mouth, so I did promise them that I was gonna throw a cocaine dono stream in their honor, which I'm still gonna do. I just keep forgetting about it. I could have done that today, I guess, but had other things on my mind. Tommy knew about stuff swatting free. That doesn't surprise me. Anybody that knew about that or was involved in it, I hope the cops come down on them all with an iron fist. Yeah, I'm thinking about having breast implants put in my palms. At least that way, it always feels like I'm with somebody. You don't have a lot of fake boobies around you, Cons? I mean, we don't hear either, but Most of the women around here exist on a diet of Twinkies and Bud Light. So, so how does that? Hey, what's up, American Smoker? So how does that work? Like, if you buy a chick's implants and she leaves you, I mean, does she just walk out the door with them scot free, or like, do you get visitation? I don't know. How does that work? I don't know. I guess as long as they're done right, I don't mind fake ones, but I would rather have slightly less perfect real ones than fake ones that are obviously fake. What's up, JM? Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. You pay for these implants and she dumps your ass. Some other guy gets to play with them and you don't. I think that's bullshit. There ought to be visitation. At least 50% custody. Oh yeah, girls with big ones do have back problems. My son's mom was like that. Yeah, I would be shit out of luck, Serena. Bondi is such a hideous person that she should be in this community, and her farts should float around in ugly little bags. Well, maybe they do. How do she might be in this community. I mean, you just don't know who's behind some of these alt accounts. Cole, I've always been obsessed with boobies, and that will never. I mean, boobies still mean a lot to me, but I'm less likely to be completely controlled. You know, back in the day, if a girl had like I would let her get away with a lot of shit if she had nice boobs. Not so much now. I mean, I need more. I want to be respected for my mind. Here, you see how stupid that sounds, girl? Oh yeah, pregnant women are yeah, I'm glad I don't have to. Yeah, personality. Like it doesn't matter what she. I shouldn't say it doesn't matter, but like even if she's a 10, if she's fucking annoying and stupid, that 10 doesn't get you very far. Kind of the thing that I go by is if I'm not allowed to touch them, but I got to be stuck in an elevator with them for 24 hours. That's kind of my marker. If the answer is no, then we don't date for very long. But if the answer is yes, then she's probably going to leave me anyway. I said it's can't up the scale. Damn it, I can't read today. Oh, definitely, nice movies definitely add to the points. You will get no argument with me there. I'm just saying that if they're annoying and or gold diggers, or I mean, there's got to be more there, because otherwise it just after a few weeks of titty fucking, eventually you're gonna have to talk at some point. Catfish Greed has hair growing on both. Oh yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I missed it the day she flashed herself on. I think it was Ed's panel. Why are you flashing Chomo's, Cat Greed? I missed that one, and I'm told that it's better that I did. So Bill should do a boob talk podcast on the Pat McAfee show. Hey, I'm down for it. Still have I heard that it wasn't pretty. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, Constantine. I also will still put up with more with if she has a nice rack. I will, but not as much as I would have, or as much as I did at one point. They still mean a lot to me, but I don't know. I just kind of been there, and boobies never get old. Don't get me wrong, but like I just kind of run the gamut on everything, and I don't know. An awful sexless relationship of drinking, singing, and failing to date. Yeah, fuck that. I mean, that's another thing too. Even if she's got a nice rack, like after you've been together for a certain amount of time, if you don't have, if you can't kick it together, so to speak, um, there comes a point where they're not going to let you play with their boobies anymore, so it won't matter. Or maybe they'll let you, but they're just kind of like, yeah, here you go, and they're not into it. That's not really a whole lot of fun either. I mean, it looks like a lesbian Manny. Oh man, I must have watched the first Ice Age a million times with my kids when they were little. Oh, does Miracle Girl, damn it, I can't talk. Does Miracle Girl work on boobies? What's up, Jenny? Who else saw linebacker Sappy say her and old locksmith have a platonic relationship? I saw a text message, or I mean, Instagram message between her and somebody else where she said that. I don't actually watch her channel anymore. But who the fuck could get it up over Sappy? I mean, let's be fair. See the top of that nasty head on your lap trying to do something for you. I'm sorry, but you can close your eyes all you want. You know what's there. I mean, when somebody that looks and acts like that says, "My old man can't get it up," yeah, yeah, I don't blame him. He probably doesn't want to get it up. Well, he just needs some Viagra. Nope, that's not how that shit works either. Viagra and Cialis, they will all, you have to be sexually excited for it to work. It's not like you just take it and all of a sudden you get a boner. That's not how it works. My doctor gave me a bunch of samples of Cialis. They last for 3 fucking days. So if I'm hanging out with a girl, I'm like, hey, I gotta know if I need to take one because I don't want to waste one. You can either have me for 20 minutes or the whole fucking weekend. There's no in between. If we can't hang out for the whole weekend, um, then I'm not gonna bother taking it. You just get the 20-minute version. You look like that. Think at least to try with some kind of personality angle. Yeah, some people are just delusional. I am a woodland wizard, sex life expert, Meth Paws. I know you're being sarcastic, but it is true. What time is it? Nah, it's too early for a sunset. There's probably nothing. There's no clouds right now, so it's not going to be anything to look at. Yeah, he treats his friends like bags of. Well, that's an interesting analogy. Well, yeah, the baby mama did the talk, but I had to I had to make sure that I had to make sure that my sons anyway knew how shit really worked. Although when my kids were that age, I wasn't quite as jaded as I am now. Why is unfunny Caps finally disgusted with Triple PHI? Is he? I don't know. I don't watch either one of them. So she probably sent him a nude and forgot the filter. That would scare anybody off. Okay, I like Van Halen. there are certain songs, and this is you can ask any mechanic, or at least anybody that runs a speed shop. There are certain songs that will make your car go 20% faster, and Panama happens to be one of them. Think I'm joking? Try it out. Clown likes the band The Raven Age. I don't think I even know who that is. Sounds gay though. Here, I'll show you guys something I'm working on. I'm gonna start doing more of this. I got a couple things on my Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw one of the videos I made on these. But this is just a common fungus called red belted polypore. Some call it red bell conch, not cock, Constantine. It's conch. But they use this stuff. They make everything from diabetes medicine to things that shrink tumors. They make there's just a shit ton of benefits in this thing, and you can get it for free if you know how to use it. And it's not hard. Don't just run and eat this off the tree. Okay, I mean it will solve some digestional issues, but you got to know how to use it right. But I'm letting this dry completely out. This will be a fine powder, and it actually is used to treat bleeding. Like if you're bleeding out in the woods, you grind up some of this shit and you stuff in the wound, it'll stop the bleeding. It also it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral, so it'll help with infection also. It tastes like shit though, so if you're gonna make a tea out of it or whatever, you might want to put it in some coffee or Kool-Aid or something. Oh, I like hate breed. Well, I mean, not all of us have mommies to wash our dishes for us, so sometimes paper plates are a convenient evil. You never thought you'd see a clean. Actually, I actually do need to clean it. It's not nearly as dirty as JD's, but yeah, it's not hard to be clean. Soap is cheap. Getting off your ass is free. Damn, hate breed's been around 20 years already. Holy shit, time flies. I would have went to the hate breed myself. I mean, I like asking Alexandria too, but man, did you see the bare knuckles fight with Alex Terrible? I think that's his name. You know what I'm talking about. That was some. He lost, but man, that was some brutal. That bare knuckle boxing is brutal. But he's used to fighting bears. Rick Springfield. Yeah, that's a little mellow. I do like a couple of the songs. That's just a little mellow for my taste. Although I mean, I don't know if tickets if the tickets were cheap enough or the tickets. I mean, not that they would be, but I'd probably go see him. I've never seen Rick Springfield in concert that I can recall. And these guys aren't getting any younger. I'm glad my kids got to see. I had tickets to go see Ozzy back in, I don't know, a bunch of years ago, shortly before he quit touring the last time. But I had already seen Ozzy a bunch of times, so I gave the tickets to my kids because I wanted them to be able to see him before it was too late. But my kids go to awesome shows together. They've gone to Slipknot and AC/DC, Korn, I think Marilyn Manson. He got a lot of fractures on his face. In '82. See, I wasn't going to see concerts quite. Any concert that I went and saw before I became a legal adult, I had to sneak around because mom and dad. I survived the satanic panic of the '80s, man. People don't even know what it was like. Like I had to hide all my music, and every now and then, like if I got bad grades or whatever, my mom and dad would come in and tear my room apart, looking for that satanic music I had. I don't know how many. I'd have my friends copy it for me because I didn't want them to burn. Like they would literally they burnt my posters, cassettes, all like shirts, all kinds of stuff. But apparently, me being an asshole was because I was listening to Satan worshipers. Yeah, Gen A. We were talking about this earlier. Ozzy died like back in the '90s. It was just Sharon still needed to make money, so she had him stuffed and mounted, and got the. You remember you remember Showbiz Pizza years ago where they had all those animatronic, scary fucking giant animals that played music. Well, the same people that created those actually made Ozzy animatronic. I mean, that last show, you can see a guy right behind him. That wasn't that wasn't a dude just making sure his chair was strapped down. He was actually operating Ozzy. And Chuck E. Cheese, yeah. We around here we didn't have Chuck E. Cheese. We had Showbiz Pizza was the Temu version of Chuck E. Cheese. It was like they had the animatronic giant scary ass animals. What's going on, Sea Monkey Jeff? But yeah, they didn't provide Chuck E. Cheese for poor kids. we had Showbiz Pizza instead. There's a mass shooter in Chuck E. Cheese and Aurora Sextet. Jesus Christ, man. Why don't these motherfuckers just, instead of going out and taking out a bunch of innocent people, why don't they just fucking? I know you can't get inside the mind of a fucking whack job, but if you're gonna, and I get it, they feel like somebody wronged them and they have to do something about it or whatever. But like, if you're gonna wipe out a bunch of innocent people and then yourself, just fucking skip that first part. Take yourself out first, and then go and shoot other people. It's about priorities, I guess. I got a fucking chain letter, well, a chain email actually. You get this letter, you're supposed to send it to 5 friends, and then those 5 friends are supposed to send it to 5 more friends, and blah blah blah. But it was from a serial killer. Apparently, I'm supposed to kill 5 friends, and then those 5 friends are supposed to go out and strangle 5 more, and then so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm old as shit. Arcades were fun though, man. I got really good at skee ball. You spend all day, and then it spit out fucking 20,000 tickets. You traded in for some plastic piece of shit that fell apart on the way home. Arcades were a blast though. But now you can just sit at home. You don't even have to interact with other human beings to play video games. Oh yeah, go kart places were awesome. Hey, what's up with Ghost? Roller skating was a big deal. Oh, looks like General's got the slip ceiling. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys like metal, make sure you check out uh the real Sons band. The General just posted the link. They're awesome. But yeah, when I was a kid, roller skating and Showbiz Pizza were a big deal. Uh, and people weren't pussies like now. I mean, now you probably have to wear pads and helmets and shit. You didn't have to wear anything but roller skates and pants back then. So there'd be people that didn't really know how to roller skate. Then you'd have people that were good at roller skating going around in these fast fucking circles, and like there were collisions and splattered blood and lost teeth, but it was just all part of it. You kind of accepted the risk. Oh shit, there's a deer out there, and we're pointing right at the fucking sun too. I can't even see it now. It's there, but can you guys see the deer way the fuck out there? Wonder where her baby's at. I think that's the mama. She doesn't let her baby get pretty close to me. You gotta be careful though, because the people like, oh, cute cuddly deer. Oh, it's so. No, that they they will fuck you up if they think you're messing with their baby. But oh no, her baby's out there. But at night, they come rolling through here. The mama, as long as I let the baby walk up to me, the mama will let her get pretty close. Fuck, I'm staring right into the sun. I can't really see shit. Sometimes animals will let me get really close to them. Unless, of course, it's hunting season. Can't pay attention to the chat. I'm trying to not fall down here. Come on, I know where you're at. See, hunting. Yeah, yeah. All these. Oh shit, the daddy's out there too. The mama, unless you get real close, the mama won't really charge at you, but that daddy will. I don't know. Can you guys even see any of it? I don't know. Oh, fuck it. But you have all these companies that they sell products that you're supposed to wash your hunting clothes in it. And according to them, it removes all the human scent, which I don't know how they know that. They don't know. They know what people smell, so it works on people. But like I've smoked hunting deer. I've never worried about any of that scent free shit with my hunting clothes, and I never had like I always got something. I mean not every time I went out, but I always filled all my tags. As long as you just don't smell like a person, you know. Oh, shit, somebody's trying to come. Hey, if that's the real cardio, turn your camera on for a second. All right, we're good. Yeah, cover your eyes just in case, ladies.
What Bill?
Oh, trying to see if this deer let me get close to it. Could you guys even see it on the screen?
No, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's way out there. We'll see. What's going on, man?
No, not too much. Same old, same old.
Yeah,
Winding down the day.
you are
Just
you wearing pants?
I am. I'm fully clothed right now.
Well,
So I
that's
am
your own
out
fault, I
of
guess.
I'm out of order. I know I'm out of order. I did not come correctly. God damn you, cat! Please shut up. Okay, I got a kitten to show. This motherfucker will not be quiet.
Hang on.
Little calico kitten. Oh, is the deer out there? Oh,
It is, but it's getting farther away, so you guys aren't gonna be able to see it. No, but go ahead and show your next meal.
hey, hey, you better get off that screen. All right, let me turn my camera around. Damn, they didn't change the format on this thing.
Yeah,
Facing front,
yeah. Like
facing back.
every every time I get on StreamYard, it's different now. Oh, there it goes. It's taking off. Damn it! It did that on purpose. It waited till I got just about there, and it's like, haha, I made you walk, fucker.
Right? He was,
Oh well.
yeah, I've been watching you. You've been watching me. I'm eating your damn corns and I'm eating your beans.
Is there any difference between
Yeah.
arrows or a left? There's no difference in the arrows that I know of. But there are right and left-handed bows. But the arrows are, as far as I know, always the same.
Yeah, you have like your titanium arrows. You got like carbon fiber arrows, but pretty much as far as like the arrow itself,
Yeah, the knock and
you
the
got
head and
different types of
everything, and the
arrowheads.
yeah. Like she was asking, like if there was a difference for a right, if there's a right and left-handed arrow. Um, no,
Oh no.
no, but that's kind of a somebody that like is new to it or whatever. Be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, go get me a left-handed arrow. I don't see anything.
They don't have them. Yeah, that's kind of like finding a left-handed AR. I mean, you don't see that. Those are
No,
highly sought after.
yeah, they exist. They're just usually a special order thing.
Right. I'm right-handed anyway, so that would send them all into my chest, and it would hurt like a motherfucker. I guess. I mean, I can shoot ambidextrous. I learned to shoot ambidextrous bird hunting, but
Yeah,
I'm not that good.
yeah. I'm
But
predominantly right-handed, but there are some things that I do like. I throw right, but I bat left. I can bat either way, but I'm a lot better batting left-handed.
right,
Um,
you exert
I mean,
most of your energy
I
swinging
play
with
guitar
that right
right-handed,
side of
but
your body.
when I drum, I kind of do it backwards. Like I do, I don't know. It's weird.
So whenever you play with yourself, you do that backwards.
Sometimes, if I want to feel like I'm cheating, hell yeah.
Oh shit. Uh, yeah. So I just was wondering. I figured you would be the best person to have this discussion with. This whole thing with the warrant for Bryden popping back up, or not popping back up. Excuse me, just popping up.
Yeah.
Uh, what's the deal? What is the deal with that?
Well, he has warrants. He was already on probation for the stuff with Lisa,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now he has warrants for child support. I believe from his first kid. That's what his new warrant's about.
Ah, yep, that'll do it.
Yep. Oh, they'll catch him. They'll catch him. He's on probation already. So when
Yeah.
you're on probation, uh, like
Well,
you have to have an address and a place to live. So they'll catch him.
well, it's all they got to do. No, here's what they're going to do. They're going to go to the local landscaping business, and they're going to see where they planted the best bush, and they're going to go to wherever they planted that best bush, and there he is.
Yeah. I mean, there's,
That's
and
his
I know
address where
you're
they planted the last bush.
Yeah, I know you're making a joke, but there, people are creatures of habit, so
It's
there's actually
true.
some truth into that. Yeah,
It is true.
it's like if a guy's an avid golfer or avid pool player, if he takes off to a whole other city, he's not going to stop playing pool. He's not going to stop playing whatever they're into. That's where you're going to find them.
Yes. What brings them happiness and solace, that is where they are going to be.
Yeah,
I just thought that
I
was
mean,
crazy. The way that some of the stuff has went down, and you know, nobody, certain people didn't have a problem with Bryden, but now that there's a warrant, there's an active warrant that they're able to talk about. All of a sudden, it's I don't know. They're turning on it. Now they see a problem.
oh,
They
did they
didn't see
turn
a
on him?
problem whenever the things went down with Lisa. They didn't. They were
Yeah,
talking about all their mad shit. And
yeah.
then now this has happened, and it's like fucking gonna tell everybody not to believe anything we say, but then you're gonna direct people to say, "Oh, go over to Bill Powell's page and check it out if you want to know anything about it."
Well, I didn't know that they had flipped on him, but it don't surprise me.
You know, they they was tearing him up when I jumped in there earlier. I was only in there a minute or two, but just what I saw, yeah, they was all over him. And just said he took the phone number out of it because he didn't know if it was fake, if the warrant was fake. But he was going to post it anyway.
Of course.
Thought that was
Well,
pretty
I
funny.
mean, he's supposed to be friends with the FBI. He should have just been able to call and verify the warrant.
He should have racked in that they should have got himself some money and he should have bought that new computer. I don't know. I just found that very, very strange, that what went down the way it did, and with Lisa and all of that, and they were so nasty towards her about, like, I don't even want to repeat what they said, but just being
Yeah,
very nasty, and and then as soon as there's something that can change the subject and get a little bit of attention, all of a sudden, it's a topic.
well, I mean, it's just more proof that they don't do what's right or what a decent human being would do. They do whatever um, gets attention from each other. Is really what that amounts to.
Wait, am I breaking up or are you breaking up?
It might have been me because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but um, and I got used to talking quietly to sneak up on that deer, and I'm still doing it, so that's probably why. But um, yeah, it just goes to show that they don't care about the right thing. You know, they
Yeah.
just kind of do whatever's going to get them the most attention at the time. And he's gone.
Okay. My bad.
All right, no problem.
Um, yeah, no, exactly. It's just, and to me, it's just like the bottom of the barrel when you're gonna take something that is, you know, a very serious matter, in a complex situation, involving, domestic issues, and to try to just gain clout off of that or turn it into content. That, to me, that is
Right.
just so gross. Like, if you're talking about it in a sense of trying to, like, get understanding or whatever, like the conversation we're having right now, like we're talking about it, but we're not just sitting here throwing the thing up and saying, "Oh yeah, active warrant, you know where he's at, you know, hit me up and let me know," because there's no phone number on there, and I want to take the credit for it.
Well, that phone number was cut off like the last one who did is missing because that's how I got it. Um,
Right.
it's the cop's phone number. The detective that wants to
Oh, it's the
harness his
detective
guy.
on the
So
case's number.
yeah, it's not a secret number. If it was a like a private thing, I would have marked it out myself.
Right. Right. No, yeah, I know you wouldn't do that. But yeah, I just left a sour taste in my mouth, and I wanted to come see what you thought. I knew you would have the same thought as I have. Wasn't sure if anybody caught anything else that I didn't see with that.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for his, if it wasn't for knowing how abusive he is, like I don't know, I might not have even put it up there. But he just, uh,
That's
he
not the
just
case.
really pissed me
It,
off. So
yeah, yeah, well, if what he did doesn't piss you off, uh, you might need your head checked.
yeah,
I mean, either thing combined. If you want to use the first instance of this most recent thing, if you want to use that, or if you want to use uh, this last thing that this warrant's for, it's diabolical shit that is unbecoming of a real father, a real man at all. And,
well, I mean,
yeah,
he hasn't. I can't tell you how many years he's behind on his child support, but it's a lot. Like I was told how much he owed at one point. I don't remember the figure, but it was a lot. Um,
bro, how does this
and I
shit
don't.
happen like that? How do they let
It
it
just
build up
it's not,
so much? Because like they arrest certain people if they don't pay for 1 month, but then certain motherfuckers they go like 2 or 3 years and they're accrued like 14 grand or some shit, like before they even get picked up.
dude. I bonded people out of jail that were six figures in debt. Like they were like
Holy
15, 16
shit!
years behind. But here's the thing: they can't pay their child support um, because they say they don't have the money. But all of a sudden, they within a day or so, they can get enough money to pay their bail to get out. Now sometimes they're held until whatever they owe is paid off. But it just kind of depends, and like different states do different things. Different things vary from county to county. It just kind of
Right?
depends on how serious they are about child support or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And sometimes like the mothers won't press the issue because they don't want that fucker to have anything to do with their kids. And if the guy starts paying
right.
child support, then he's got to get visitation. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a complex issue. It's not just as simple as if you get a divorce, you just have to pay some money for your kid every month. It is as simple as that if you're taking care of what you got to do, but in the
mhm.
details of it, it's very complex. There's a lot that goes into it. You got to take in your DHR workers, your caseworkers at DHR, how they're handling the cases, what they're reporting to the judge, all of that stuff. Um, and like you said, just the jurisdiction thing itself that changes a lot. But one thing that they don't do is they don't arrest people for owing child support that don't owe child support. I've heard of people getting arrested for just about everything else that they didn't do. And they actually didn't do it. One thing I've never seen someone arrested for that they truly didn't do. I've never seen someone arrested for not paying child support that was paying child support.
um, I can't really. I mean I know one guy. I knew that happened, but they let him go pretty quick because he kept insisting on paying it, I'm paying it, I'm paying it. And his wife was like, or ex-wife was like, I'm not getting it, I'm not getting it, I'm not getting it. Well, both were telling the truth. It was because the state, um, they were taking it straight out of his check, which he was able to show. But for
Uh,
some reason, she wasn't getting it, and like they just didn't believe each other, you know. But
yeah.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, though. I don't. That's the only example I could think of that I know of.
So it's kind of it's something that is built up to this point. It's not like this was just a missed payment, just one missed payment. This is something that built up. There was a little something else going on, whatever. But you know, that's all. It's all its own thing. And my whole point with bringing it up was just like, if you're gonna talk about it, you need to talk about the context of it. You need to talk about what is the facts of that situation. And if you don't know them, you don't need to be throwing it up there just trying to, like I said, get some fucking clout or whatever off of it. I mean, I'm all
Yeah.
for throwing a wanted poster around anywhere you can get it, because it's more exposure. But if the fucking wanted poster don't have the information for anybody to contact someone on it, or to even know, I mean, he edited out like the way Jeff had it. He edited out almost all the damn information, and if it was somebody that didn't really know, like, how to spell or how to what his name was or any of that, like, they wouldn't be able to make a report off of that.
Yeah.
So what
I
do you
mean
think about this?
the
No, go ahead, my bad.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to move on to, like, what do you think about this whole thing with the Papa Duke and Steph thing?
Well, I think Papa Duke and Steph are both scumbags. I'd never heard of Papa Duke until now, so I don't know the guy, but just what I've heard, I mean, he knew about his swatting and he said on it until
Well,
she pissed him off.
right, and then you know they this conversation that he had with Alex on PHIs. I remember Alex telling him, like, if you don't make this police report or whatever, I'm going to
Hmm.
make it my personal vendetta to make sure that every catching team knows what you've done and they will not work with you. And the very next day, someone
Yeah.
does a live catch and they make it very known that, Papa Duke, you've got a place right here, buddy. They ain't taking you out of nowhere. You know who said that? Thaw. So to me, that's a little bit of sweeping. It looks like he's kind of sweeping, like kind of covering for it even more. Like,
Well, it just
you know
shows
what?
what Tommy is. He'll take anybody. It doesn't matter if they're legit or
That's
not.
a fact. Yup.
Um, but that'll be the only place that guy can go. Like I did see that conversation between Alex and him, and he was like, "Well, you remember that hot day when I gave you water?" It's like that's just what a fucking like a normal,
A
reasonable
good
human being
person.
would do, and you want fucking credit for it? Yeah, talk about a stretch. Yeah, fuck
Here's
that
a
guy.
cookie. Yeah. So pretty wild.
And I like it's apparently he doesn't understand how much influence. I mean, Vic, if that's you, turn your camera on for a second. All right, we're good. Um, there we go. There we go.
Howdy, howdy.
What's
What
up, Vic?
up, Vic?
Not much. I think Papa Duke knew all about it when it went down.
Oh, he
Didn't
did.
think nothing of it. And then the other guy who gave out what, $17,000, he knew all about it too. And see, this is
Yeah.
the real fools in the community
Well,
thinking
see,
that,
that's
oh
kind of what
well,
I was.
go
I don't
ahead.
know much about the
Go ahead, Vic.
17 grand. That all came from one person.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have PHI's whole video. I recorded that. Okay. And
Okay.
yeah, $17,000 he paid out to Steph, and then somehow or another he lost a tractor trailer in the deal too, because I guess the seventeen
No,
thousand
they said he
dollars
lost his
had something.
trucking business.
Huh?
He lost his trucking business.
Yes.
Oh wow.
But see, this
Somebody
is the
could correct
thing
me if
here.
I'm wrong about that.
No, he lost it. But see, this is the thing. These people like Papa Duke and that other guy, you give them. See, they give all these people money so they can get the stance, a pat on the back, and then they move up another notch, and then they want to be idolized, they want to be accepted, they want to be someone that people will go to, feel like they're important. They're
Yeah.
not important because number
Yeah.
one, they should have done the right thing. They're not in it to help children, they're in it for the money. And I'll give you a good example. Tommy Fellows. He's not here for the children because he wasn't there for his own child. That's a big deal. And look at what Tommy allowed his child to do. Where was Tommy when this was going on? See,
Yeah.
we don't know that. He
Well,
was high, he was
that's
drunk. Go ahead.
if Tommy would have spent more time being a father to his boys, instead of being drunk up on panels all night, screaming and lying about people, they might not have turned out the way things are turning out. This kid's gonna he's entering adulthood with a fucking felony. I just
Yeah, but see, he didn't get what he wanted at home. So to get what they need, they go sometimes join a gang, a group of people to be accepted, to interact with people because his father wasn't there for him. So he rebelled more or less against his father.
And
That's why he stole his father's vehicle.
for a young man, that is so critical, and especially in those last, 4 years that that kid is in your house, it is so critical that that connection of having trust and you know knowing that you can go to them and having the mutual respect for each other on that day that you know turn 18 or whatever and you leave the house. You can look your son in the eye and you can say, all right, son, I know you're ready to go out there and take on the world. And you know it's sad because a kid don't ask for that, right? But a kid is
yeah they
going to they can only go by what they know, and unfortunately for him, he's had a terrible example and he's using those needs to gain his acceptance in the ways that he's seen his father do it.
Well, you have someone so oblivious with what's going on. They're going to overlook everything except what they want, what they need. We're talking about Tommy. All he wants is a dono so he can further support his alcohol habit, his drug habit, his gambling habit. He's got other habits we may not know about. And what I find really ironic, we have very smart people in this community, and they want to go hang out with these types of people. And then when some shit does fall, and it falls in their lap, don't get mad. Get mad at yourself for being a fool falling for these people.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, I just thought
Just
of
like
something.
Papa Don.
Hey,
Not Papa Don, but Papa Duke or whatever his name is.
you
I want
remember
to
Papa
get back
Duke
to real
playing?
quick.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to the individual, and if you know his name, don't say it. I don't want to put that out there any more than it already is. But the guy that donated the $17,000, the the way I took it was Stephanie was supposed to share that with her decoys, but that didn't
Yes.
happen,
Yep.
right?
No, it
Okay.
didn't happen.
How does that did this guy go out on a limb with this trucking company for the sole purpose of sending Stephanie money, or uh, did it happen just because he was given too much money? Like, how did it tie into him losing his business?
The way that he addressed it made it was very confusing because he's talking about losing the entire company, but then he's also saying that he's not worried about her returning the money that was taken. And so I don't know.
Hey, Richard, I'm gonna try to mute when these fucking locusts start squawking.
Can you hear him here too?
No, I'm just trying
Okay.
to because it does get annoying if you're not used to them.
I'll mute if you can hear him. If you can hear mine, I'll mute.
I can't hear yours at all unless I'm hearing yours the whole time. But no, it's
Can you hear mine?
they're here. No,
Okay.
Okay. But I noticed this is one thing I had picked up on, and I haven't seen
hey Richard.
anybody talk about this. Um, the thing where Papa Duke said as soon as this started going down that night, and as soon as Steph realized that he knew something was up, that they he didn't say she he said she one time, but then he used the term they, and he said they factory reset his phone mobily as soon as he realized what was going on. So, do you think that Tommy called Steph or and told her to do it, or do you think that they, whenever he used the term they, it was because maybe he couldn't put a finger on Steph and say for sure that it was her that did it? It was possibly Tommy himself who did it to erase that
I
shit off of the phone. And now, hey, Steph's thrown to the side, but Papa Duke, you can come on over here, and you ain't got nothing to worry about because I wiped your phone clean.
well, I mean, people can't just hack into your phone, right? It's not that easy.
You're
So
right. That's what I
I
thought.
would
Yeah.
assume that he probably gave Stephanie uh, permission to see, like, for her to be able to watch the decoy talk, so she could see it in real time, without having to be sent screenshots or whatever. He probably granted her access to see that, and somehow she got into the rest of it. Which it depends on. I don't know a lot about this kind of thing, but I know that, like, if you use something like AnyDesk, this is what scammers use. They can control pretty much everything. You know what I mean? So that's what it sounds to me like what happened.
Tommy's always pushing that app that where the parents can control what their kids are doing and they can see what they're doing and what their text messages say and all of that stuff. That type of
Yeah,
app would be the sort of software that would enable that sort of thing to happen. So it just really piqued my
yeah,
interest when I put that together.
yeah. No, you're right. I'm sure that it was something like that. Stephanie is so manipulative. I mean, she can plan things out way ahead of time. Um, so that was probably her. And like this Papa Duke guy he's Tech 2.0. Um, she got she gets these simpy types involved and gets them to do her dirty work and leaves them holding the bag when the shit don't go right, or after it's been found out. So like
Yeah,
this is so aggravating about it is this is nothing new. She's done all this shit or this kind of shit before, but it's just
you go
people
all
come into the community, they want to help, and they just don't know what's happened.
right. You go all the way back to the damn Hawaii catch thing, and I can't even say I don't know everything about this chick. I hardly know anything about her, but I do know that with my community knowledge, the first time that her name popped up onto my radar, and coincidentally, someone else's did too, Tommy. whenever all the shit went down with the Hawaii trip. And so that's a long chain, in between when that happened and now. And there's been other stuff that's went down, right? We're not talking like
Oh
nothing
yeah,
else has happened.
yeah, there
Oh
was
yeah, there's a
even
lot of stuff.
before that there was a lot. Like I used to, I kind of, obviously if I don't know what I know now, I wouldn't have done it. But my thing was back then is if you wanted to decoy, you could hit me up, and I would know which catchers looking for decoys, and I could kind of match you up. And then some other things too. But or if you wanted, if you were willing to let people use your decoy pictures, we had somebody that was good at, age regressing them. Just that kind of thing. But she hit me up and wanted to talk to Alex specifically. I'm like, yeah, I can talk to him for you. So I did, and then they got paired up, and eventually he figured out what she was and kicked her to the curb, and so she went to work with Tommy. Tommy doesn't care if somebody's shady. But yeah, I used to. I have Stephanie's phone number. We used to talk fairly
Yeah,
regularly, and she, like, I knew about the stuff with Tech and Sammy before they knew I knew about it. And what she wanted me to do was to like run and throw it out there, but you can't do that with that kind of thing because all that's going to do is set the guy off, and then he's going to take it out on the girl, and then you've just made it worse.
right.
And
Absolutely.
there was other shit that she told me about other people too. I'm like nothing like that, but like so and so's fucking so and so, and this and that and the other. And she told me a bunch of dirt on a lot of people that I shouldn't say a lot of people, on several people, um, that I shouldn't know. And she just wanted me to go out and start telling people, and I never did. Some of them know
You
that I
wanted that
know.
drama.
And, well, she wanted me to, like, if they did something, if they didn't do exactly what she wanted, then she wanted revenge. And she was always looking for
Uh,
people to do that kind of dirty work for her, and I just didn't do it. Um, most of them know because I went to them. I'm like, hey, she told me this. I'm not going to say anything, but just so you know, she's telling people, and it's not. I'm never going to tell, and I never did tell anybody else. I just, because
But
I
but
figured
wouldn't
that if it got out some other way, she would blame it on me because I didn't put it out there. It was, and so a couple of the people I didn't know. I just didn't like. I knew who they were, but I didn't have any way to get a hold of them. And I don't know. Most of the stuff I've never seen talked about, so I'm hoping it didn't get out. It's nobody's fucking business. It's just dirt. It's just drama, you know.
right.
But that's
but
how she
wouldn't it be
operates.
funny that Steph was the one that swatted Jill or had something to do with it? I
Oh,
mean, we know that
I
she swatted
highly,
other
dude.
people.
I wonder now. I really wonder now.
Well, see, that's their motto. That's that side over there. That's
Yep.
the grimy stuff that they do. And one other thing, while I'm thinking about it, who all knew about the Alex swatting? Who all? I mean, when I say all, I know that WAP split up. Now, there's two sides right there. Now, did the other side over there know about the swatting? Because even though they split up, they're still guilty.
Right. I don't know for sure, but my guess on that is maybe a little bit different than others. But my guess, I could be totally wrong. Um, I Sam Squanch. I think that Sam Squanch would have said something. I don't think that Sam Squanch would have ran with that and been
Right.
cool with it. I could be
Well,
wrong.
Well, see, this
something
is
else
what I
that's
was
happened,
trying to say
and
the other night about people going over to the other side and all that. When people see things and they know it's happening, but they're there and they're overlooking it. They're guilty of that. They're to me, they're as guilty as a person that's doing it.
You're harboring that activity, just like you harbor a criminal that's on the run from the law. You
Correct.
have people that are doing stuff around you, and you're not saying anything about it, but yet the second someone does something that you don't like and they do something, you're right on it. Like so.
Well, and something else
Bill, you
that
started.
I know
Yeah.
Steph has done, and I want to make clear that I'm not talking about Sam Squatch because I don't I know who he is, but I don't know him, and I never heard anything bad about him. But so I just want to
No.
make clear that that's not what I'm talking about. But something else that's happened is like with Tech and a couple other people, she'll have dirt on them that they don't want out there, and if they don't just agree to go along with her plan, then she'll look, hey, if you don't do what I want, I'm gonna put this out. I
Oh,
know
that's a
she's done that to
non-you
a couple
move
Wow.
right
people,
there. That's a non-you move.
and it's a question that I have, and I don't know, but um, Tech has been saying for years, at least 2 years, that he's got all this stuff on Stephanie, and he's gonna put it out there, and blah blah blah. But he hasn't done it yet, so I don't know if she has something else on him that's stopping him from doing that. I just don't know. But why hang on to it unless it just makes him feel powerful to have something on somebody? And once you let it go, then that's it. Um, I don't know why if he really has anything that we don't know. I don't know why he just doesn't put it out there.
I know that he was saying that that the only interaction that he had ever had Tech, he said the only interaction he had ever had with Papa Duke was on that PHI panel. And the thing was is that Papa Duke was apologizing to Tech for like something I don't even remember, something like calling him a piece of shit or calling him stupid or something. And I just thought that was kind of weird. You're apologizing to someone that you've never interacted with. I don't know their history.
Uh, I don't know if
There's a
they.
lot of
I don't know.
unknowns there. There's a lot of unknowns there because those they keep on, obviously stuff goes on in the background and it's not coming to the light unless it goes haywire. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty obvious. So it is just it's a big old ring of corrupt people. However you want to look at it, you've got a whole bunch of corrupt people together, and some of them, are willing to go a little further than others. Uh,
Yeah.
but it's a very dangerous thing for people with such. I don't want to say a public figure necessarily, but with such influence to be acting such recklessly. That is, that's a big deal because when you go to doing all this reckless shit and putting it out all over the internet, you're trying to claim that you're trying to make the world a better place. Well, the internet's forever, so all this bad stuff you're putting on the internet, it's gonna be out there for generations to come to watch. And the more people see stuff, especially the younger people, they're easily influenced by what they see and they want to be accepted, and it just puts off a really bad impression.
Well, that's the thing though is, um, you can be the biggest piece of shit in the world, and we've seen that with a few people around here. But as long as you're doing something with catching pedophiles, everything else is forgiven. He catches
Oh
predators,
yeah.
so it's okay. He's allowed to abuse other people, and yeah, I mean, I love seeing predators get caught, and I don't want anybody.
Absolutely.
I don't want Tommy to stop catching. I really don't. But it's how
No.
they treat people on the other side of it. That's the problem.
Bro, did you see his catch the other day? There was this dude, like his sister was out there, and like this motherfucker's like admitting to everything, and he is not showing a single sign of remorse, just the sickest type. And and then this motherfucker didn't even get arrested. And I don't know,
The cops.
it's obvious the cops don't like him. You got that going in there, and then you got when you throw stuff like this in, what's going on with all of this stuff and Papa Duke stuff into it, Tommy wants to blame the cops not liking him on the trolls and shit. No, it's stuff like this right here that is what makes the cops not want to trust you. It has
Yeah,
nothing to
that
do with
not
the
turning in
trolls
evidence.
reacting to it. Exactly. Yeah. Mm.
Well, my
I
guess
feel like
is
it's
he
hard,
doesn't go to court because he's too lazy. He made his money. He don't care about it. He's either high or drunk and can't make it to court. It's got to be one of those. Because if he was really
Well,
in, he would go all the
another
way.
thing too is Tommy and whoever he's got around him. None of them are qualified, but they decided how catches should run with law enforcement. They decided that their binder should be all that the cops need, and that it's just not the case. Um, like he had people in there training as decoys that had no experience until this shit. So if they're all being trained wrong, that's a problem.
and
Well, I don't even think.
every time the cops aren't arresting, the freaking whole team is down in the chat just trashing the freaking cops, and they're like mad that the cops don't want to work with them, and they're like just repeatedly just trashing the fucking cops when every time they don't work with
Yeah, and I feel bad for a lot of them. Not, I mean, I don't know who all of them are, but I feel bad for. There's a few that I don't feel bad about, but um, I feel bad for them because people get into decoying and they just want to donate their
them. They
time to
want to do
help
something
catch
good.
predators,
Yeah.
and they put it takes a lot out of you, um, and then to see it all crumble because they don't realize that they haven't been trained right, um,
Right.
and it's I feel bad for a lot of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was around the freaking catching community for close to 3 years before I finally heard Tommy say Ed's name enough and your name enough that I fucking went over and found y'all.
Oh yeah,
That is literally how that went down. Like
yeah.
I
I
did
usually
not
get
know about the trauma until I heard it so many times that I couldn't not go look.
yeah. That's the thing is people just don't know. All I can do is try to educate, people as to
Yep.
what's really going on. And
Yep.
that's how a lot of people found my channel because of Tommy running his mouth. Not so much now, I don't think, but it used to be every time Tommy had my name in his filthy little mouth, I would get like I could tell without knowing about it because I would get a sudden burst of subscribers, like anywhere between 3 to 12. Not a big burst, but and then
Noticeable.
I don't have a whole lot of TOG content on here, but they'll start asking me questions or they'll say, "Hey, I heard this, blah blah blah," and I can point them to whoever's channel or a website or whatever. Like Tommy doesn't realize how much money running his mouth about me has cost him. And we had they're not a mod. I'm never gonna say who it was, but they're not a mod there anymore. I don't think. But we had a mod, and she would. Damn it! I shouldn't have said it. Okay, the mod. Yeah, fuck. The mod would say, um, "Hey, this guy's donating a lot of money," and then we could go and look at his channel, and if they have any content or anything on their channel, then you can leave a message. Um, so
Right.
we left some messages, and if they don't want to hear it, we don't pester them. It's like okay,
Right.
hey, if you don't want to know, then that's fine. We're not gonna bother you anymore. And some
Just
of
trying to
them
make
would
sure
just
you're aware.
yeah, and some of them would kind of blow up at first, but like a couple days later or a couple months later, they would hit us back up and say, "Hey, sorry about that," but like I started paying attention, and that motherfucker does nothing but lie. Like, yeah, we were trying to tell you, buddy. Um, but yeah, Tommy doesn't realize how much money running his mouth has cost him because a lot of those donators stopped donating.
Right. Yeah. Like the whole 50C13, you know, the 50C13. Uh, that, that's a church. Uh, but
5031C.
no, but he said
Yeah.
it backwards whenever he said it on the thing, and that was whenever I realized that holy crap, you know what they've been talking about is fucking true.
Well, let me ask you this. Honestly, do you think he's paid any taxes for the whole time
Hell
that he's
no,
been online?
hell no.
I
Maybe
doubt it.
one if one time, if at all, one time to get him off his back, or to get a receipt to show
If
people, look, I did my taxes.
see you get a 1099, you get a tax form from YouTube, so he probably paid that, but you don't get a 10, well, at least as far as I know. Maybe it's if it's over a certain amount, but you don't get a 1099 from Cash App, you know. So I would imagine he probably didn't pay any of that.
Well, just say you got over you got $10,000 a year from Cash Out. I mean, is that taxable?
Oh, it's taxable. Anything you get, you're supposed to pay taxes on.
So
It's
since he's
just
not paying taxes on that, he could actually get into big trouble,
yeah, yeah. If he's not paying the
federal
taxes on that, yeah,
and state.
and both, yeah,
Okay.
because it's income. It's counted as regular income.
Yeah.
And how will we find out that he's paid his taxes? Probably can't. We would have to talk to the IRS.
No, you can tip off the IRS. Like if you give the IRS a solid tip, they will actually pay you if it pans out, if they collect anything off of it.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
could drop a
They
dime on
offer an
him.
incentive.
Oh yeah, they will. They'll pay you to. I don't know the details, but um, yeah. But Tommy was already. I don't know where it's at now, but he was having an issue with that 501, however he said it, C3 PO.
Hmm.
Um, but it got like it was getting kicked around from one office to the other, and I don't know whatever happened with it, if anything.
Hmm. You know that
But I
stuff
mean,
moves slow, and especially ever since COVID, shit's been moving real slow.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. You can think you're scot free with something, and then like years later they'll come and get you.
Boom. Yeah.
And how far back can they go? 5 years?
Oh, I'm thinking
Shit. If they can
7.
go back 15 years, if they can go back 15 years for child support, if you owed enough fucking money, I would think they'd be able to go back as
Well,
far as they need to.
that's a totally different thing. I can't remember. It might depend on what it's 5 years, 7 years. It might depend on some things, but that's nothing like it's
Right.
totally different than child support.
I was just saying like an example. Like I would think that maybe if you were like a big enough fish, that it might would like change the parameters of what they were able to do and what they weren't. I don't really know anything about that. So yeah,
All
I don't
right.
know.
I
But
don't know who this
it's
is.
interesting.
RDEV. Anybody know who that is?
No,
No,
I don't know them. I'd be afraid
I
of
don't
them.
either.
Yeah.
Tell them to turn their camera on.
Well, hang on. Somebody's typing in the back chat. Oh
No,
no,
I don't believe that.
Ryan, we don't need your input on this. I'm kind of getting a
Yeah,
headache already.
Ryan is a predator. He is a little predator, believe it or not.
Don't
I mean,
don't call him a
predators talk to
predator.
predators. And out of the clear blue, Ryan calls up Ed For what reason? Oh, to get information so he can dox them.
I
Well, that
do
is
have to
true.
say, if that was one of us, they would definitely be saying that that is a legit, see, they are a certified predator. Yep. I noticed that's the biggest difference between us and them is the not trying to create a predator. Like you don't see anybody ever here trying to create a predator. Like I don't see false accusations coming off of this side. I don't ever see that shit. I mean,
Vic,
you see people.
can you see the back chat? I'll leave that. I'll leave this up to you, I guess.
Is there any
Nah, I
verification
wouldn't give
on?
a. No, he's got his own channel. Let him go to his own channel. That's
All
how
right,
I feel.
I'm good with that. I didn't really feel like listening to him anyway, but I figured since it was about you, I figured I'd give him the chance or give you the chance.
Now he's got his own channel. He needs to go over there and do what he always does.
Uh, I agree. A big part of what adds to the confusion is people letting people come up that are just gonna spew stuff for deflection purposes.
Yeah, and I want to say that might not have been Ryan because they didn't turn their camera on. So I mean,
No, I don't think it
I
was
think.
because Ryan would have automatically went live and started spewing.
Well, we'll find out if he don't go live in like the next 30 seconds. We'll know it wasn't him. But I think Ryan probably would have turned his camera on.
Yeah, probably so. All right. Well, fellas, I appreciate the good chat. I appreciate you having me up, Bill and Vic. I always enjoy talking to y'all. Everybody down in the chat, y'all take care. I got to go do my damn laundry. I don't want to be up too
All
late.
right.
I'll holler at y'all later.
All righty, you take care, and it's always good talking with you too. And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm going I'm gonna have to
Oh,
go also. I got to get outside and do some wiring.
it is Ryan. He turned his camera on. I'm just so y'all know. Since I said it might not be. It's him.
All
Well,
right.
he's
Well,
got his own.
I will let you guys handle the rest of this. I'm going to go ahead and jump down. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. All right. Thanks for coming
All
up.
right, you too.
All right. Bye.
But anyways,
All
Bill,
right,
what I'm
Vic.
gonna
That's cool.
do uh, later tonight, I'm gonna send you some text, and
Okay.
it has to do with some people in the community. I'm gonna prove a point that these people have been trying to harass me, and I can prove who this person is. And it's
Well,
it's
it
it's
probably
kind of
won't surprise me
ironic and
any.
it's kind of funny, huh?
It probably won't surprise me any.
No, it won't surprise you. And and the thing is, they're scared. These people are scared because of the tactics that they are using, trying to hush me, and all they're doing is just pouring gasoline on the fire, and it's ignited bigger and bigger and bigger. Pretty soon, the wildfire is going to reach from the east coast all the way to the mountains and
Yeah,
all the way
they're
to the
stupid
west
about
coast. They're
shit.
going to know who this individual is. I'm going to make 2
Yeah,
videos a day about this person. So, anyways,
right on. Well,
everybody,
if
y'all
they're
take
harassing
care.
you,
And
I don't blame them.
like I said, Bill, I'm going to send you the screenshots.
Okay. All right. I'll be looking for them. Ooh, it's starting to get pretty out here now. It's also starting to cool down a little bit. Well, anybody got anything else? If not, uh, I think I wasted enough of my life today on here. It's been over 2.5 hours. That's good. I'm good with it. Um, if anybody else has something they want to cover quickly, we can do that. But otherwise, I think I had enough. I'm sure Ryan will go live, or somebody will, if he's not already. Papa Creep is downplaying the. Of course he is. He's working for Tommy now. Tommy is the only one that's gonna let that motherfucker work for him. After he fucked with Alex, that dude, like, there's no place else for him to go. If he thinks that Alex can't make that happen, he's fucking stupid. Yeah, the grand. Oh, you changed it again. Damn you. I am tired. I'm an old man. I will absolutely dream of offered titties. Stuff needs to be in prison. I agree with that, Control. I don't remember all of the details, but somebody brought out that she almost lost her kids because of meth, and she did a live. I don't know if it's still up or not, but she did a live where she showed the paperwork and talked about it. But I mean, she was just manipulating it enough to where, maybe, but she blamed everything. I don't remember if they were married or not, her husband or boyfriend. She blamed it all on him, but still, she was living in a house with a guy with kids and meth. And you know what I mean? It's just she just twists everything. I'm not saying she's on meth now because I don't know, but it would explain some things. What's a cock roast? Bend over and I'll show you. It is pretty out here. What's a paper roach? Well, paper is the opposite of an aluminum roach. A paper roach is what you're supposed to smoke pot out of. Smoking out of aluminum, it might be convenient, but it'll make you retarded. That's why everybody needs a dad that's on drugs. Because if your dad's on drugs, you know that kind of shit. Ruby Joe is built like a giant. Oh man, I think everybody knows, Robbie. I think everybody knows. You can only keep shit quiet around here for so long. As of 2024, the IRS requires any individual or entity paying a freelance or independent contractor $600 or more in a year to issue a 1099. Yeah, yeah. That's why you get 1099s from YouTube. But I got well, I've gotten way over $600 in a year from Cash App, and I had to do it all myself. They never sent me a like they have a section on there that's for you to do your taxes, um, but they never send tax forms. So if you just you choose to ignore it, you might eventually get caught because I'm sure. I mean, that's the thing. You're allowed to get gifts or whatever up to $600 before you have to pay taxes on them. But yeah, if you start making a shit ton, they're gonna look at you. It's okay, Robbie. Getting each other up the butts just like shaking hands. It's not gay. It's only gay if somebody bought dinner. Hey, I would do a backflip on Pam Bondi. I'm not even joking. Pulling starves as victims. Yeah, I don't starve them all the way. Like I'm not an animal. I am sure that man, I am sure that Clown would have visited Epstein Island, but he's probably not even cool enough for them assholes. Hell yeah, fucking smoke break. I need one after this. Not that I wasn't smoking the whole time. Oh yeah, one thing I heard Tommy Boy say that you have to have a bank account to have a Google Pay, and no, you don't. I stopped using banks a long time ago. For years and years, I didn't have Cash App or PayPal, or I guess I still had a PayPal account. I just thought that it was closed and it wasn't, but it just wasn't attached to anything. Um, but you can have Google Pay without a bank account. It just hooks to your Cash App or your PayPal. 400 dead there. Yeah, there. Well, I mean, there's uh, about 3 miles that way is a mound. About 4 miles that way is a mound. This all used to be swampland here. This was all underwater, actually, up until the 1900s. So yeah, it's entirely possible there's dead Indians out here. All right, y'all. I think I about had enough. Stay weird.